Hey everyone. I wanted to try something new since we're not getting to see each other in class physically every day. I thought it might help to do a little bit of a weekly update. So here it is, your first weekend update. Today is Sunday, October 11th, 2020. Okay, so to start with, we had a whole bunch of birthdays this past week. So if you haven't already, wish Bianca, Fatin, Jayla, Jacendi, and Daniela a happy birthday. They both had birthdays this past week. And a few other people have birthdays coming up. We will make sure to shout them out too. While we're looking at updates, I do want to point out that we have done a whole bunch of updates to the class website. It is actually updated regularly. So if you look, Kat wants to come say hello. If you look, we have all of the birthdays shouted out. And for those of you who had birthdays in September or August, don't worry. I did go backwards and shout you all out on the website too. Okay, if you want to see some, or if your parents want to see some examples of what we've been doing in class, there's a virtual bulletin board you can come click on. And this is all just on the front page of the website. And then all the regular stuff down below. In addition to what we've been doing in class, remember you can find your weekly planner here, and you can go into the unit. All right, find an easy link to your vocabulary, videos we've watched in class, okay, as well as other class resources. And this is true regardless of which class you're in, world history or careers. Okay, again, most current weekly planner. For those of you in world history, there's quick links to all of the maps and you can just flip right through them. It might be easier. And all of the videos. And don't forget, you can also find all your current events information here on the website. Links to resources. Remember, the world history assignment comes at the top of the page. So if you need a copy of the questions, if you want to review the explainer video, and the same thing for explorations. So just a few general updates. Okay, and some other stuff coming up, some things to check out. These links will all be on Google Classroom with the video. I will also put the links in the video description. Okay, so you can get them right off YouTube. But a few things. One, and this is important, if you know people who are 18 or older, the deadline to register to vote in New Jersey is Tuesday. Voter registration deadline for New Jersey is Tuesday, October 13th. So ask the people in your life if they're registered to vote. And if they're not, and they are eligible to register to vote, meaning they will be 18 on election day and they are U.S. citizens, give them the link to the voter registration form. You don't even have to print anything out. You can now register to vote online. Also, if you have any cousins, brothers or sisters, friends who are 17 today, but on November 3rd will be 18, they are allowed to register to vote. So do your part for the upcoming election. Just because you can't vote doesn't mean you don't have ways to have an effect. Okay. We already talked about the website updates. And I'm also posting two other links. One is a link to an article and a whole bunch of videos of young African-American poets, both reading their poetry and speaking about what they see as the future of poetry. These are all teenagers, so that might be interesting for you. Also, I don't know if any of you noticed this, but guitar player Eddie Van Halen passed away this week. If your parents might be a little bit more familiar with him than you are, but his influence is still being felt today. So I've attached a link to a tribute to Eddie Van Halen, including I think it's 12 or 13 of his most important works, which, by the way, do include playing on Michael Jackson and LL Cool J albums, not just playing guitar in his own band, Van Halen. I also am including the link to the YouTube video for my favorite Van Halen song, Panama, which did not make the cut for the most important Eddie Van Halen songs. I don't know why. It is an excellent song. So that's there for you to check out if you're interested. If you do, let me know what you think. And lastly, okay, we are getting into the year. We are actually already at mid-marking. We are at progress reports. So here's what I want to say about progress reports. They are a photograph. They are a snapshot in time. They are literally what your grade looked like on either Wednesday or Thursday this past week when I pushed the submit button. Okay. By the next day, your grade could have looked very different if you turned in some missing work and it got graded, or if you didn't turn in some work and some zeros got added. They are a snapshot. Okay. So one, if your progress report was all sunshine and roses, don't get overexcited that that's how things will be forever. You have to keep up the work. And if your progress report isn't quite what you want it to be, do something about it. Okay. I'm going to start doing weekly extra help office hours. They will be available to anybody in any class. I will post the meet links just before office hours start. So Tuesdays at 10:30, which is fourth period, please only come if fourth period is your lunch period. And Thursdays at 1:30. 1:30 is immediately after period 9 ends. And if you need extra help on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Fridays, reach out to me because I will do it by appointment. But every Tuesday at 10:30, every Thursday at 1:30, I will open up a Google Meet that everybody in all of the classes will have access to for you to come if you have questions, if you need help, if you just want to sit and chat. If you want to come talk to me about the books that you're reading, I love to hear what books you're reading. Okay, so asking for help, it's what you need to do. I know it's hard, but it is the most effective way to get what you need. Okay, ask for it. If you need help, ask. Okay, so I hope you found this, helpful or enjoyable. One last thing, I am currently reading a book called All Systems Red. It is Murderbot Diaries #1, and it is about a, robot. He's technically cyborg, who has turned off his control chip and refers to himself as the Murderbot, and is currently on a hostile planet with an exploration team. So part of him, the Murderbot side of him, desperately wants to kill all the people. But there is another part of him who is starting to care deeply for the people that he is supposed to be protecting. So far, it seems pretty interesting. I'll let you know how it goes when it's done. If you want to share what you're reading, please let me know. I am always looking for new books. Have a great rest of your weekend. Don't forget, Monday, not a school day, extra day this week, which I think we will all agree is kind of awesome.